everybody, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view, June 29th, 2014. This pay-per-view, oh man, there was some good moments and there were some really horrible moments in this pay-per-view, and then those moments that just downright got you angry and made you not want to continue watching. So I'm gonna just get down to it. The pre-show I kind of missed, but after seeing previews of, well, not previews, they showed kind of what happened later on in the pre-show. You had Daniel Bryan coming out, and then Bo Dallas telling him that even though he can't climb the top of the ladder, he can climb the top to life. After that, Daniel Bryan insults Bo and tells him that he's a boner, and then the audience kept calling him boner. After that, he told him to Bo leave. Go that way. We don't want to see you anymore. Bo Dallas left. Whatever, that was the pre-show. On to the first match of the night. It was the Usos versus the Wyatts for the WWE World Heavyweight Tag Team Championships of the world. Now, this match, it was okay. The crowd wasn't really too hot for it, I'll be honest with you. It didn't even feel like your average SmackDown fight, because even on SmackDown, they have more exciting matches. This match was pretty slow, and it probably ran for way longer than it should have. But then again, given the nature of it being a pay-per-view, it's also understandable why, it was a longer match. There were way too many super kicks in this match. I'm talking about between both of them, you probably had a good 10 plus super kicks. And that's too much. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be spamming a move so much. It reminded me of the old Mercy games for the Nintendo 64, when you'd keep pressing the B button to do a series of hits, and except that they're just spamming super kicks. If Shawn Michaels could win a championship with one kick, why do you guys have to do 18 of them and still not win with those kicks? Anyway, make a long story short, like I said, this match was okay. It was a little on the slow side. Good showing by all the guys like usual. They are really solid wrestlers, except Rowan. But he's getting better. This match ends with the Usos winning via a double superplex off the top rope, which they did to Eric Rowan. After that, it followed by two splashes. They did two frog splashes on him consecutively. The Usos do end up retaining their belts. I personally think they should have given it to the Wyatts. I mean, why not? Let them shine. But I guess they want the Usos to have it for a little while longer. Moving on from that match, our second match was actually Naomi versus Paige for the WWE Divas Championship. This match was okay. It wasn't all that, but it wasn't horrible either. You had some good spots. Naomi actually flew off the top rope, hitting Paige, and that's pretty good. Naomi is a solid wrestler, and between her and Paige, I wouldn't mind seeing a little rivalry between those two develop, but there was some storyline happening during this match, and I think Cameron is going to end up turning on Naomi, because every time Paige was hitting her, she was getting happy. I guess she's jealous over the fact that she's fighting her for the belt instead of her. And, as a result, there's going to be some tension with them later on down the line. I know that for sure. I don't know if they're going to do it on the show or if it's going to happen on Total Divas. But whatever the case, it's going to happen regardless, right? So after that, we had... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say how the match ended. So Paige is going to take the victory, keeping her belt via DDT. She does this DDT / suplex kind of move, I guess. It was a weird hybrid. She didn't win with her submission or the Paige Turner. She caught her with a DDT, giving her the victory. After that, we had our third match of the night, which was Damien Sandow cosplaying as Paul Revere versus Adam Rose. Now, I'm really getting upset with what they're doing with Damien Sandow's character. Now, I get it. He's pretty much the comedy act at this point. And with 3MB gone, you kind of need someone to fill that role. I mean, at least he's on TV, right? He's on a pay-per-view at that. And he actually gave Adam Rose a pretty good match. He even did a moonsault from the second rope. But I haven't seen Damien do that yet. But, of course, they're going to give Adam Rose his victory because they're building him up. It's bad enough that he couldn't make it as Leo Kruger, but now you have to give him this victory over Damien, further cementing the fact that Damien's career is pretty much over at this point. I don't mean to be a lemon. I really don't. I like Adam Rose. I really do. I'm a Rosebud, but I'm a bigger fan of Damien Sandow, and I think that he's a very underutilized talent, which they could be doing a lot more with. But whatever, right? I mean, what does my opinion matter, right? I'm just some guy online recording this. So Adam Rose wins via that finisher of his that looks like a stunner mixed with Dean Ambrose's finisher. I don't quite know what it's called. But anyway, That's how he ends up winning this match. After that, we have our fourth match, which is the Money in the Bank ladder match for the briefcase. Now, of course, this match consisted of several individuals. The focal point of this match, however, was really Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Seth had requested to have Dean Ambrose put in this match so he can keep an eye on him, so that he wouldn't come out and interfere during his match. Now, there were a couple of high spots in this match. I'll be honest, both matches in general were kind of lackluster to me. They didn't do anything to like wow me, except for this moment where Ambrose superplexed Rollins off of one of the ladders, and after that there was another move where like they put one ladder in between the other to kind of bridge them together, and when Rollins fell on it, the other ladder collapsed under it, and I thought, oh my god, he's gonna get hurt, but he doesn't. You know, he's okay because Rollins is good at taking bumps. It was an okay paced match overall. I mean, like I said, it wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad either. Apparently, Ambrose hurt his shoulder during the match, so the referees and some of the trainers took him out of the match. After that, Kane actually interferes in the match to help Seth Rollins win because Kane, of course, is the Authority's lackey, and you know, obviously, they don't have enough faith in Rollins to win this match on his own. Dean Ambrose actually ends up coming back into the match to try to get the victory. He knocks Rollins down and he starts smacking him with the chair back and forth, but then Kane came back, interfered. Kane wasn't even in this match, mind you. He was just there to make sure that Rollins wins, and I kind of don't like the way Rollins took this victory. It's very tainted, and I know he's a heel now, and I get that he's probably going to win most of his matches this way, and he is Mr. Money in the Bank now. He won the Money in the Bank match, and you know, we're gonna probably see some interesting storylines going on between him, Dean, because their feud's gonna continue from this point on. But yeah, so Rollins wins the match via Kane. Moving on to our fifth match, which is Stardust and Goldust versus Ryback. So now this match actually went on a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. This was a pretty good match. You had Curtis Axel sporting some new ring gear, which is weird because his straps weren't like on his chest the right way, at least, and it kind of looked like he had breasts and they were just like popping out the whole time. It looked really weird. I think Axel should just like stick to his regular in-ring gear. We had Goldust and Stardust. Of course, Cody Rhodes doing a great job again. I'm really digging the Stardust character. I mean, I've heard several rumors that he's probably going to turn on Goldust soon, but I really hope that they kind of just build on this character and, you know, kind of make him the new age of Goldust. Because Goldust is going to retire at some point. I mean, his bump card is getting up there, and he's not getting any younger either, so they're probably going to, like, you know, at some point tell him, hey, you know what, we think it's time. Even though Goldust looks great. He's in better shape than he's ever been, and he's doing moves that he's never done before. Anyway, this victory is gonna go to the Dust Brothers, and they end up winning this match via Crossroads, or I don't know what it's called now. I don't know if Cody Rhodes changed the name of the move or not, but that's how they end up winning this match. After that, they have a small in-ring celebration where they're kind of groping each other. It was kind of awkward, but I mean, it is what it is. They're supposed to be weird characters, right? They're supposed to be these like kooky, colorful characters and whatnot. Our sixth match of the night was Big E versus Rusev. This match was okay. We had some decent back and forth action between both superstars. There was this high spot in the match that I really thought, damn, like that was crazy, where Big E spears Rusev in between the ropes outside of the ring, and Rusev hit that mat pretty hard. I'm talking about he hit like head first, like, you know, just like smacked him really hard. And at that point, I was thinking, damn, like, Rusev looks like he's hurt. He probably shouldn't keep going on for that much longer. And he looked like he was trying to shake it off the whole time. He's just like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And he ends up eventually gaining the victory via the Accolade. Big E actually kicked out of the Accolade initially. He was, like, powering out of it. He was just, like, hulking up and powering out. But Rusev proved too much for the American, and this victory is gonna go to Russia. So congrats, Rusev. You got another victory over him, even though you've beaten him like 8 times already. After that, we have our 7th match, which was Layla versus Summer Rae, and Fandango was the special guest referee for this match. Now, before the match started, they had a backstage segment with both of them, and they also had Byron Saxton asking Fandango if he was going to call this match down the middle. So the match starts, and it's an okay match. I mean, to be expected from the divas. You know, these two divas in particular. Summer Rae, I think, is a great wrestler, but she seems to wrestle a lot better on NXT for some reason than she does when she's on like SmackDown or Raw. Layla actually gains the victory when she kicks Summer Rae in the head. She does that like finisher of hers. I mean, her super kick is apparently good enough to win a match, but not the Usos like 50 super kicks, right? So that match wins. Layla gets the celebration. She makes out with with Fandango. They leave the ring. Summer Rae is just in the ring, not celebrating because she lost. Poor Summer. It's okay. You have a home here. Our main event of the evening happens after this, which is the match to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This match was okay. I'll be honest, it was probably one of the least entertaining out of all the ladder matches that we've had in the past. I mean, given the nature of the superstars that were in there weren't any like actual high flyers. There weren't anyone to do any real high spots in this match. So you kind of just had a bunch of like big bulky guys just like beating each other up. And it wasn't bad, you know, by no means was it a bad match. There was this crazy spot where the ladder hits Randy Orton on his head and he starts like bleeding out of the top of his head, but like really bad. And there was this like big blood stain in the ring, which was just weird. He was bleeding throughout the whole match, and I figured maybe he should just like not get too involved. I mean, I know he's not going to win this match anyway, right? And this match is it got me upset. I mean, I'm going to call it a little more, and then I'm just going to say who wins. So, Sheamus gets a lot of love in this match. He actually beats up everybody. There was this one spot where he just like takes everyone out. Roman Reigns had a spot like that as well. So did Kane. Cena, Bray Wyatt, they all had their spots where they were just like dominating. After that, I'm just gonna get down to it, alright? John Cena wins the World Heavyweight WWE Championship belts, or WWE World Heavyweight Championship, however you want to say it. John Cena ends up taking this victory after he does an attitude adjustment on Kane. And then he grabs Orton off of the ladder and attitude adjusts Orton on top of Kane. Clamps to the top, grabs the belt, stares at Stephanie and Triple H like, I got this. You guys are nothing. So, do we really need another Cena run? Like, seriously, like, I'm not even joking. Do we really need to see John Cena, 2014, be the World Heavyweight Champion again? You couldn't give it to Bray Wyatt or Roman Reigns. Or even Cesaro, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing one of those dudes. I definitely didn't want to see Orton as champion again, because he's just not a very entertaining champion. But Cena, he's now a 15-time champ. And I get it, he deserves it. He's been in the business for a while, you know. And I'm just really starting to feel like they don't have any faith in these new guys to where they have to keep Cena as the top guy. You know, what I think, this is what I would have done. Now, just hear me out. I personally think what they should have done was have one of each superstar climb the ladder and each of them retrieve the belt and fell off the ladder at the same time. That would have been awesome, because now you could have had a match. You could have even continued the pay-per-view from that point on and had those two fight for whoever gets the belt. Now it would have been a one-on-one match, right? But no, you know, they just had to give it to Cena. They had to have him win both titles. You have two belts there. This could have been like amazing story if played out correctly. But of course, you know, they didn't do it. So that's pretty much our show. Like I said, it was okay. The stream was horrible, by the way. I was watching it on the Xbox One, and it cut off on me like 3 or 4 times. I had to keep restarting it. So I started this review a little later than anticipated. But anyway, that was our show, folks. Let me know what you think. You know, comment below and share your thoughts with me. I really want to know what you guys thought of this, and I want to know who you think should have won this match, who should have not won. Just tell me overall how it was. You know, I'm of course the Wizard 411. You guys can catch me at the Wizard 411. That is my Twitter handle, and you can also catch my Instagram. And I'm probably gonna start a Facebook for this and just, you know, put up a bunch of content. I haven't yet. I have my own personal Facebook, but you know, like I said, just follow my Twitter. I do record other videos. I also do the TNA tapings when they happen, and I cover every pay-per-view pretty much at this point. I'm going to be doing other things as well, so stay tuned. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed this review. At the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling, right? And we're going to continue watching it whether it's like satisfactory to us or not. So with that said, you guys have an amazing night. You're awesome. Don't ever, ever let anyone tell you different.